If you're new to using iOS, you might be wondering where the manual is located. Well, instead of with other devices that come with paper copies of a manual, your iOS device came with an electronic manual. It's located inside the Safari application. Let's take a look at it now. This manual will show you all of the basics and ins and outs of using your device, and it's updated dynamically as you change to new devices and as the iOS is updated. Locate your manual under the bookmarks icon at the top of the screen. I'm modeling with my iPad, so it's obviously labeled iPad User Guide. If you're using your iPhone or your iPod Touch, it will be labeled as such. Tap the link to launch the manual. You'll notice that on the left-hand sidebar, you have all of the different choices for the items that you might need to look up so that you know how to use those features. When you tap an item in the list, it will populate on the right-hand side, with likely submenus getting you to more and more detail. For example, in the iPad at a glance, you can see the iPad overview. This goes through all of the terminology for the different pieces and parts of your iPad unit, so that you know how they're explained in the remaining parts of the manual. Familiarize yourself with the different external features of your unit, whether you have iPad mini or iPad, so that you know what terminology you're looking for. To get back to previous parts of the manual, locate the breadcrumbs at the top of the screen. In this case, it's labeled iPad at a glance. These breadcrumbs will take you back to your previous location. There's also an overview of accessories that come with your iPad and how to use the different buttons. There's information about the SIM tray card if you have iPad equipped for cellular use, and information about your status icons. If you're new to using the device, you're likely going to want to take a look at the iPad at a glance sections, as well as getting started so that you can learn how to set up your Apple ID and use iCloud and connect your iPad to a computer if it's not a managed device from your school. You'll also want to be sure to take a look at the basics. Some of the live sessions that I do, we go over simple steps like opening and switching apps, scrolling, lists, zooming, etc. You can find all of that information in this section of the manual as a review. As you get more and more familiar with your device, you may want to look for information by using the search feature. This will take you right to the information that you need to know about. Or you can browse through other parts of the manual by simply tapping on the items in the sidebar to learn more about them. Have fun getting used to your new iPad and learning all of the different ways they can increase your workflow and help you work with students.